What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today, guys, we're going to show you some of the gameplay for the rest of this weekend league and show you some more of the Road to Glory grinding. If you guys want to see the Road to Glory grinding live and the SBC grinding live, mixer.com/NepentheZ. Almost every night I'm live from around 9-10 p.m. UK time until late. So if you want to see it happening live, instead of in the video like today, although this stuff is not what was live, I'm not repurposing the footage, it is unique footage if you like, then be sure to check me out on Mixer. And we've got a lot of comments for today, and for about the fourth time in very quick succession since I've had this new sound mixer, I recorded the first 15 minutes of this video muted before I realized, so I'm having to do it again, but still wanting to respond to the same comments again. And the first one is from Rob, and Rob says, "Hey Nep, firstly, I love watching your videos daily, so thank you for all your hard work. Secondly, do you think it's a good idea to include kits, badges, and stadiums in the next FIFA into League SBCs? At the moment, they're absolutely worthless and a waste of cards. So by including them into the League SBCs, they would give them a worth and a purpose. Let me know what you think. Thanks." Well, thank you for the kind words, dude, of course. And yeah, I want to take you back to FIFA 11 and FIFA 10 and FIFA 09. In fact, not FIFA 11. I think maybe just FIFA 09 and FIFA 10. EA used to have a collection book style thing. Now, if you guys remember the content from back in FIFA 12, I started a series with Skills, Bateson, I want to say Zway, maybe Atani, a few content creators called the collection book. And the idea was to just open packs and see who could complete a full league's worth of teams before anybody else. Like, the idea was, you know, you only have 20 squad slots. So I built like, you know, an Arsenal team, Man United team, Liverpool team, etc. And then we tried to fill them in. And the person to fill it in first just won the series. It wasn't really, you know, content back then wasn't as good as it is today, of course. But the collection book itself was fun. But EA used to have something like a sticker book. And you would submit your Arsenal players, for example, into the sticker book. And they never used to have a discard value, right? What used to happen is once you run out of contracts, if you forgot to put a contract on your player, they would just disappear. So if you got Cristiano Ronaldo, who back then probably wasn't nearly as high rated as he is now, and he run out of contracts, he would just disappear from your club. So what you used to do is, if you got duplicates or if you got a player on low contracts, you would put them into the clubs, like the sticker book. So you'd put the Arsenal players in, you'd put the Man United players in, and because there was no discard value, you would get a completion value, which was essentially akin to discarding the card. So if you put the whole Arsenal team in, which also had to include the kits, the badge, and the manager, you would get, I think it was 30,000 coins back then. And for, you know, smaller teams, it was smaller coin rewards. And for bigger teams, it was bigger coin rewards. And it was a way to get coins back. The reason why they had to remove that, from what I understand, was because of licensing issues with Panini and Match Attacks. Because it was too similar. And obviously FIFA back then wasn't nearly as big as it is now. They changed not only the aspect of having a sticker book or a collection book, but they also changed away from the rectangle cards to shields and badge cards, you know, or whatever the designs that we've had over the last 6 or 7 years since they've changed the card shape. It was also because they couldn't have the card shape the same as something like Match Attacks or Panini sticker album, which I don't think is necessarily something that they should be able to claim rights to, but that's where it was at. Now, in recent years, I don't know if EA necessarily have rights to do it or not, or where that lays, but with the fact that we have the SBCs, which although you don't collect it, you turn it in, which is probably how they've circumvented certain licensing issues, we still have the collection book aspect. And adding in kits and badges and balls and staff and things like that, I think would be a really good addition. So, for example, you could have, again, we'll use Arsenal. And I think there's so much they could do with League SBCs anyway. But for Arsenal, for example, if we keep the same format of just getting a pack as a reward, turning in, 11 Arsenal players, a Premier League manager, because not every club has their manager in the game. So just, and even if that means you just buy a manager and attach a Premier League card to him and make him a Premier League manager. But 11 Arsenal players, a Premier League manager, maybe just 3 stadiums, again, because not every club has their stadiums in the game. Maybe 3 stadiums, but then the Arsenal home and away kit and the Arsenal badge. That would be pretty cool because, as you say, it would give worth and value to the cards. Now, in terms of the SBCs themselves, I wish that we had players per every SBC instead of packs, which I don't know if EA would do next year to kind of remove the notion of people just getting unlimited packs on the SBCs right now. But I wish every time I turned in an Arsenal SBC, it would give me an SBC pack of an Arsenal player just at random with potential random boosts. And so it would still give some value to it. So, you know, you complete just Arsenal, you get an Arsenal player pick pack, and boom, 4 players pop up. And it could be an 88 rated Danny Welbeck striker card, or it could be, you know, a Lichtsteiner 83 rated card, and just getting like these cool players so that you can start building like a cool Arsenal squad. And then the more you do all of the clubs, the more players you'll get from those clubs. Now, obviously, it would have to have a complete change in landscape for the whole game. But that's where we're at with that. So, yeah, I think there's a lot they could do with League SBCs. And staying on the League SBC theme, iPood2006 says, "Hey man, loving the series so far. Was wondering if you think it would be a good idea for EA to put bonus team of the season players into League SBCs, even for a limited time, maybe." The answer simply is yes, I wish they would do that. I don't know if they will. Like, whether or not they had it planned or not, and whether or not the rise in popularity of the League SBCs has changed their plans or not, we don't know. But what I would fear is that it's so easy to complete these for a profit already as it is. If they then added, you know, for a Premier League, a 92, 93 rated team of the season card, for the French League, a 92, 93 rated team of the season card, etc., you're going to start being able to knock off icon teams and icons in general for profit, like very, very quickly. You know, imagine getting 3 or 4 91, 92 rated cards, putting it in an 88 rated squad. Now all you need is some 84s and 85s to finish it off, which you can get from some other League SBCs. Or if you're just getting all the League SBCs done over and over and over, you're just getting loads of team of the season cards over and over and over, and it would be really, really easy. So I don't know if they would do it just because of that. And it kind of then makes me understand a little bit as to why the cards are so bad this year. You know, this year specifically, I don't really recall seeing people use the League SBC cards in their teams. Maybe 5 or 10 times in my whole game cycle of playing this game this year have I seen somebody with a League SBC card. And so I don't really think they're like popular cards. They're not really high-end cards. They've always been behind the power curve in terms of what was available in the game already at the time. And so, that, you know, I remember League SBCs from the last 2 years. I loved them. That Lacazette from, what was it, FIFA 17? The Cavani card from last year. Suarez from FIFA 17. Those were some cards that I just really enjoyed playing with all year. And this year, they never came close. And the reason why they never came close is because if EA gave us from early on, you know, like a 90 rated Premier League card or a 92 rated Premier League card as a League SBC, you know, if they had given us, let's say, a 92 or a 93 Sergio Aguero as one of the Premier League players, people would have just rinsed it then and would have again been able to do SBCs for far cheaper. So they've kept them low and below the power curve because I guess they already had the foresight to understand that people were going to abuse the rinse and repeat session of this and be able to put them into other SBCs. But to answer the questions simply, I would love to see the League SBCs have team of the season cards, and I just think that they could do much more. They could just add a new card or change the cards every month. You know, every 31 days, literally just have the cards change and be just give us something new, something fresh. You know, it'd be pretty cool. And lastly, on the League SBC kind of method and chat for today, Bradley says, is it best to keep doing the League SBCs and open the packs now, or stop doing them and wait until team of the season? I mean, I don't know why you would want to wait. Like, League SBCs give you a continuous flow of packs for profit, especially if you're efficient with how you do it and you do it in the right manner and you do it timely and you don't rush like I did last week. Because I started the new series last week, the mini series that we've already finished and completed on this channel, I started being lazy on my main account. I started buying silvers that I didn't need to, like, shouldn't have been buying for 6 or 7k instead of waiting until I packed the player. And I just got really, really lazy, and I probably wasted about 100 to 200,000 coins just from doing it. And I'm still in profit from it as well. But if you stop now and wait till team of the season, you're just passing up on the opportunity of opening packs and potentially making millions and definitely making coins in general. I don't know why you would want to stop. And I've also had a lot of people tweet me and say, hey man, should I start saving my packs for team of the season? Now, if team of the season is this Friday, which is extremely unlikely, maybe you save your packs because it's just 3 days away, right? But if team of the season is next Friday, which is most likely, and it'll only be the most consistent team of the season, so it'll actually be a further week until we get the Premier League team of the season or the first Major League team of the season, there's no reason to save your packs for that. You get to open so many packs with the League SBC method anyway that come team of the season, what you want to do is you want to have your account in a position where you've just got so many players, you've got so much prepared, so that you could just start going through the league SBCs again and again and again and getting loads of packs for team of the season and hopefully hitting so many of those blues. The next comment is from Clash with Sticky. He says, I reckon FIFA need to do something come this Friday, as personally, there is nothing to do in FIFA right now. I agree with that. I actually tweeted out yesterday that aside from the Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year SBC, and aside from the weekly objectives this week, which I know is still content, right? There's been nothing for 4 days now. And a lot of people agreed with me that that isn't really good enough from the game. And a lot of people were like, dude, compare this to FIFA 15 or FIFA 16, where we had nothing. We should be grateful for what EA have given us. And I don't necessarily think that's true, because the landscape of the gaming industry has changed so dramatically over the last 2 years, specifically forced by Fortnite. Like, Fortnite have caused lots of games to have to really shape up and get in line. And when you have a game as big as FIFA with so many microtransactions and that earn so much money, you would expect live content extremely regularly, especially based on the fact that I don't think we've ever gone 4 days with this little content since the start of the game. And that says something about the state of the game is in. Now, obviously, if content shouldn't be the primary thing in this game. It should be a portion of the thing, you know? So we should be in a position where gameplay and content should go hand in hand and be as rewarding as each other and as enjoyable as each other. But because the menu content is what keeps people on, I have so many people tweet me at, 6:01 log on to see what's new on FIFA, nothing new, 6:02 log off. And that's what a lot of the majority of the user base right now does. They play the bare minimum to get the rewards that are the most efficient to get, and then they wait to see what SBCs are out. And if there's nothing new out, they just turn off the game and go somewhere else. And that is not what I think EA should be wanting. And so to even give us daily SBCs that for just small packs or just a new flashback card or something wouldn't have necessarily been a game changer. People aren't going to be like, oh my God, I love this game now. Let's go and play 100 games of FIFA because of this new flashback card. But it would have got people on the game, it would have got them interested, and it would have got them being like, okay, so how can I fit this guy into my team? Maybe I've got to make some changes here. I want to go and experience him. Let's go into Rivals and play some games. It would have definitely got more action and interaction on the game by giving us something. But by giving us nothing, it just, it feels like EA are either purposely trending it down because something big is going to come, maybe team of the season, maybe UCL stuff. Like, they've had the UCL licenses all year, and the UCL content in general has been okay. But they, again, could have done so much more. And it feels like, again, that they're just doing the bare minimum to keep us as engaged as possible to spend money. And for a business sense, I suppose that's what they want, really, but not necessarily what I personally want from this game. Cameron says, it shouldn't be more beneficial and fun to not play the games. EA have got the game mechanics and reward structure so wrong. So this is my argument on this point, right? I think even with bad game mechanics, unbalanced play, lag, and button delay, I think that if there was still a reason to play the game, people would still play the game. And so, for example, last year in DKT, we always had players as rewards or packs for rewards. And so I would just play them always, because it's like, look, I'm just playing a few games to get a reward. This year, because it's inefficient to play to a level and the gameplay to a degree is excruciating, people just won't play more than what they have to unless they have to. And so, as you say, Cameron, and I agree with it, that you should be as equally rewarded for playing this game as you do for trading. And what's sad is, on an account that I created for the SBC to Glory account, it was a brand new, completely fresh account. And in under 10 hours, I'd accumulated 300,000 coins worth of content, roughly. And I hadn't even done the advanced SBCs, which everyone could do right now if they started a brand new account. And I hadn't even done the humble beginnings or rising talents. And in under 10 hours, I have made 300,000 coins without gameplay at all. No rewards, no reward packs, just grinding menus. If I played FIFA for 10 hours, like played gameplay for 10 hours, until I would have to wait for rewards, I would be lucky if I had 30,000 coins or 40,000 coins, let alone the number of players that I had from grinding the menus. And that is not a balance that is right and should be in the game. You should reward people for excessively and aggressively playing this game as much as you do for excessively and aggressively playing the menus. And they just don't do it. And it creates this void of it just not being fun to play because people just want the rewards and want the packs and want the content and want the menus. And so they end up just not doing any of it really unless it's an efficient benefit to them. And so, yeah, the reward structure is what I think is the biggest problem. Because like I say, if there was a reason, if the more I played, the more I got, I would keep playing. But it's not the case because in FUT Rivals, you can even be in a lower division and get as basically equal rewards as somebody in a higher division. And then once you hit a certain threshold of games played, you don't get rewarded at all past that anymore. And that shouldn't be the case. If somebody gets 30,000 Rivals points and somebody else gets 50,000 Rivals points, the person who's got 50,000 Rivals points has actually probably lost more coins than the other person because of the amount of money and coins that or resources they've had to spend on contracts, fitness cards, and injury cards. And again, that shouldn't be the case. It just shouldn't be the way the game is. They need to figure out a way to make it rewarding for everybody equally through every area of the game. And they are way off the mark this year. KC says, think the last comment you made about wanting to play all 30 games to get best stuff we can get through Team of the Season will come back to the efficiency conversation. Unless EA give 3 Team of the Season picks and a 3-player Team of the Season pack for Elite containing only Major League players, the rewards will be dead in my opinion. Still would make argument for gold finish and getting 1 less pick, but then potentially 4 more hours of grinding upgrade packs, League SBCs more efficient, and my guess is what you'll ultimately do. And you are probably right. And again, that comes back to the fact of it's because the balance of rewarding someone for playing the game isn't as good as the balance of rewarding someone for grinding the game. And I hope they get it right this year. But yeah, if Gold 3 offers 2 red Team of the Season picks, and then the packs, like just, the 50k pack and the mega pack. And then Elite 3 offers 3 red Team of the Season pack picks and then only the 2 Team of the Season pack. The amount of extra time, extra stress, extra hassle, nerves, anxiety that goes into going from Gold 3 to Elite 3 might not be worth it. You might be like, yeah, you're right. I'd rather have the extra 4 hours to grind League SBCs where I know I will make far more than possibly making good stuff in the meantime. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I might still turn around and be like, actually no, I want to stick to being the most efficient in terms of gameplay. And again, that sadly is a byproduct of this game this year, and I just hope that they've improved on that and have got it right for next year. Owen says, loses a few games, NepentheZ, there's something seriously wrong with this gameplay. I'm 14-2 this weekend. I got 11-0 last weekend, 14-1 the weekend before, and 14-1 the weekend before. So my losses are not out of line with where I've generally been over the last month, right? But this gameplay was terrible. This gameplay was the most unresponsive gameplay I have ever engaged in FIFA ever. I can't explain it to you. If I was sitting here like 14-10 or 14-6, you could say that I'm using bad gameplay as an excuse for trying to cover up for losses. But I didn't lose more than what I traditionally would normally lose. 14-1 or 14-2 is neither here nor there. One of the losses were on penalties. In all 16 games, I controlled the games. And it was still horrible to play. And I think a lot of people agreed. I've never, ever, ever seen so many content creators at once complain about the state of the game as I have this weekend. I've seen people constantly complaining about the game. I've been involved in it myself. When I don't enjoy the game, I complain about it. When I see other content creators not enjoying the game, they complain about it. I've never seen, from content creators and consumers alike, I have never seen a more collective group of agreement from us as a community to suggest that this weekend was the worst weekend in terms of gameplay ever. So yeah, I don't think I'm using it as a way to cover up excuses, because 14-2 is not a bad spot to be in. Alvaro says, instead of doing the Burkamp and Petit, why don't you do VVD Player of the Year? It's the best centre back in the game, would save you lots of coins. Love your vids, Nep. So the reason why I don't want to do it, I want to read the next comment as well, because these are the last 2 comments for today's video. Is from Dharma, and Dharma says, hey Nep, I know you all now the game much more than me. I think it means know the game much more than me, but seeing team at a knockout stage, Sterling was 530k for the majority of the duration of the promo. Then wouldn't it be more logical for his team of the season to level out at approximately 800k? Love the vids and keep up the great work. And so that's why I haven't done Van Dijk. is because although I've already lost coins on his team of the year, I'm just going to keep him anyway because we'll see what happens for team of the season. Obviously he's going to get, a 96 rated team of the season now, and his team of the year, it is recovered a little bit. It's 1 million coins on PlayStation. It's 930 on Xbox. The fact that it's here means that as a tradable card, it's going to be maybe 1.2, 1.3 on PlayStation, but it actually won't be. It will crash hard because team of the season is such a big promo. These cards get packed a lot. The guaranteed team of the season, SBCs, when they get put back into the team of the season for a second time for the ultimate team of the season. So I think even though this Virgil van Dijk is a great card, and I actually think in terms of the SBC itself, I think it's good value for money. At 1.1 million coins with packs back and potentially done via League SBC grinding and untradables, I think that this is a good card. For me to say, okay, let me sell my team of the year Van Dijk for 1 million and then spend 1.1 million on a card that's +1 but untradable, I don't think that that's a wise use of my coins, because I think, as with what Dharma said, I think team of the season Sterling, and we saw it last year with the player of the year cards. The player of the year card SBCs were extortionately priced. Team of the season came out, they were the exact same cards, the exact same ratings, just a different design, which people didn't know about or expect, which we can expect this year now. And they were considerably cheaper and tradable. And I saw so many occasions last year of people doing like the untradable SBCs or the untradable league upgrade packs and stuff, and getting the team of the year and the player of the year and having two versions of the exact same card, both untradable, and regretting wasting all those coins on the SBC. So whilst if you planned for this SBC, if you're just desperate for it now, if you want to add it to your team, if it's a massive upgrade, do it. For me, it's a +1 on team of the year Van Dijk, who is already an insane player that I'm not going to be all of a sudden winning more games just because I put that team of the player of the year Van Dijk in. And in fact, I don't even play enough games for it to really warrant the worth at the moment. But I just think that team of the season is going to see Sterling, as Dharma says, 800k, maybe 700 or 600k. If EA do Festival of FUT style thing again, where they put all of the best versions of the players back in packs, excluding the team of the year cards, you're going to see the market crash hard again, and there's no reason why they wouldn't do that. And of course, we're still talking months away for that, but I don't think, for me personally, it's worth investing my coins into Van Dijk, even though I could do it via League SBC method and shave 500,000 coins off of it, get the packs back and get the Van Dijk, and then sell my team of the year Van Dijk for more coins. I don't need coins. I'm making so many coins. I'm already having so much fun, and we're not even at the point in time where I'm going to start making crap tons of coins. And my team is all but complete. I'm looking now towards getting team of the year Ronaldo and team of the year Neymar. Ronaldo will start over Bale. Neymar will go onto the bench. And then I'm looking at adding team of the season fullbacks to my team. Maybe a Premier League right back, or just a team of the season right back in general. Team of the season Lala, perhaps. Maybe I'll go and get team of the year Sergio Ramos and play Varane at right back and put Ramos in the middle with Van Dijk. And then I want to start completing the icons. I want to try and get Ruud Gullit's icon, Ronaldo's icon, Maldini's icon. I want to just get these guys done, and I don't want to waste the coins on Van Dijk, because I think it is there to try and cause you to get rid of content and cards that you're going to regret getting rid of in probably just 2 to 3 weeks when he comes out as a team of the season. So that is going to be the end of the comments for today, guys. You've seen me do a lot more League SBCs, as we talked about yesterday. I went through the CSL, the J League, and the Saudi League again, I believe. We opened a whole bunch more packs. I packed so many expensive silvers today. Didn't get any walkouts, but we did get a few boards and such. But just generally speaking, packing loads of silvers allowed me to afford to do a few of the bigger, more expensive teams for way, way cheaper was very, very nice. I think we hit a Cardiff goalkeeper in there at one stage or another as well. And it's all just really, really good stuff for the account. So the last pack of the video there is another board pack. It was Dutch, it was a centre back, it was De Vrij. Thank God it wasn't De Ligt, because obviously De Vrij is far, far more expensive than him. And that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.